Okay, so in this example, we'll go over how to create a slightly more complex article that includes your title, that also includes an abstract, the date, for example, and a little bit of content, such as subsections and sections. Okay, so here we go. Recall from the first example of Homeworld, to get any document to be typeset correctly, you need at least 3 lines of code. And the 3 lines of code are document class, then you would have a begin and an end document command. Great. So this is our basic document. It has 3 lines of code. Everything else is mostly content. Now, before you can begin the document, it is often customary to leave various preamble tidbits of information. So, for example, the article document class provides a preamble option of a function called author. So here I will put my name, and whenever I typeset the document, it will then have my name as the author. Also, let's say you're starting an article, you want to give it a title, so you will obviously provide a title here, and here the title ought to be Hello World. Now, the purpose for having these separate functions, and instead of just simply typing out Hello World as what you would think is a title, these functions, let's say in this case title or author, are modified in such a way in LaTeX so that the font, the size, the point size of these lines of this content will be different compared to if you just were to type out Hello World. And let's say for the date, I will just give it an arbitrary January 1st, 2011. You can modify that as you please, but this we can call the preamble to your document. The next part will be the content of your document, and we're almost done here. I just wanted to add an abstract, and lucky for us, the document class article already provides us with a function or an environment called abstract. The way to produce it is to have 2 lines of code, begin and end, and here you just specify abstract. Okay, so begin and end abstract are all parts of this document class called article. So whenever you have this environment called abstract, right away you can start typing some content here. Hello World is a wonderful phrase that is used in numerous examples. Great, so that'll be our abstract. Then here you will produce all your content. So let's say we just want to print Hello World as our first phrase. Okay, I think we're ready to start typesetting. Now when I hit typeset, remember that we'll have to provide the name for a file for this source document, and I will put it into our second lecture called Hello World 2. And we'll just save that, and right now the console pops up, and again it shows you all of the commands that it's running through. And voila, what do we have here? We have the abstract, we have Hello World as the abstract, is a wonderful phrase, blah blah blah, and then Hello World as our content. So this content gets printed here, the abstract gets printed right here. So notice I'm command clicking back and forth between the source document and the PDF file, and is jumping back and forth between the PDF and the source document. Notice that it didn't print off the preamble stuff. In order to get the preamble material printed in your document, as soon as the command begin document starts, you can start printing off your preamble by calling up the function called make title. What this function what it does is it prints the preamble material onto the PDF. So I'm going to typeset again, and notice what it will do. It was smart enough to know that Hello World is my title, and it ought to be slightly bigger than the rest of my document. Then it provides the author's name and the current date. Now another thing is, often in articles you don't want to have the title page and the abstract and the content all on one page. So lucky for us, LaTeX provided us with a nice little function called new page. So for example, after the make title command, I will just move all of that content, for example the abstract and the rest of the stuff, onto a new page. So when I typeset again, I just use the shortcut. Now I have a title page, and the abstract and the content below the abstract gets added onto the second page. Perfect. Alright, so this I think would be the most basic article, and we'll get into things like bibliography, additions, and citations a little later, and how to add tables and figures to your document. But at this point we have a very basic article.